Okay, with the two bad endings out of the way now we can actually get to the best part of this whole entire game. This one last ending. And I'll tell you this much, you guys are in for a treat. Hey there, people of the internet world, it's Kibatsu, and welcome back to Let's Play Valkyrie Profile. Now, before we actually head off into the A ending, I need to go ahead and explain a little bit as to how to get the A ending. And forgive me if I butcher it just a little bit, but it's just a little foretelling on as to how to get the A ending, in case you guys don't really know how it works. So the four main requirements are as thus. You need to complete the Tsar Tower in Chapter 4. You need to recruit Mystina and Lucian in Chapter 5. You need to send Lucian up to Asgard, or Valhalla I should say, in Chapter 5 or 6. And you need to have a seal rating, not an evaluation rating, of 37 or less. Right now it's 46 because we raised it up a little bit, but it was still 37 because, so here's the thing, up to Chapter 4 you have to unequip the Nibelung ring so that you won't have to gain the seal rating back. But with certain events like visiting Brahms, completing the tower, recruiting Mystina or Lucian, visiting the Weeping Lily Meadows early and such, and visiting Lucian when we were just visiting the Garabellum earlier, at all lowers your seal rating. But the trick is that you have to make sure you get your seal rating all the way down under 37. Once you get to Chapter 7, there will be a specific cutscene that will play, and once you get that cutscene, you're good. You can play the game however you want, whenever you want, whatever and such, but that is the abridged version of how you get to the A ending. If you really want to know exactly how it's done or what you have to do, whatever, you can always look it up, because there's always better guys that can explain this better than me. But for the most part, that's what it is. Your seal rating has to be below 37 once you get to Chapter 7. Once that's done, you play the cutscene and you're good. You're set. You set the pieces to get the A ending. Now, with that said, one thing I never got to do actually, and I've done this for actually every chapter I believe, is that I never got to actually press the start button one more time after the 4 dungeons to see if there's anything else. So yeah, why don't we just double check that then before anything else? I just want to see if we missed something. Like, I don't think we have, but for tradition, we may as well see. I don't think we miss anything, but again, it's just for the sake of keeping consistent and following the thing. So yeah. So let's see what happens.
Lucian, what is this?
I'm going to send you one of these earrings, and I want you to take it. But the other one is hidden somewhere else. But I thought if you accepted it, maybe...
That's new. We've heard this conversation before when Lucy was trying to send the earring to Lenneth, but she never found the other earring, or she never bothered doing that thing at all. Well, all this leads up to the Weeping Lily Meadow, which, I wonder if there's actually something going on there. Well, I guess we'll just have to go and find out then, won't we? Now, I'm just gonna mention this now. You may want to get some popcorn and a drink or something and settle in, because this is going to be cutscenes galore. Just giving you a heads up now. So, with that said then, we have to ask ourselves, does Lenneth remember anything through this whole thing? Because she's been trying to do her job, but there have been times where she wants to ask the questions, but she just couldn't. So, I wonder what kind of questions she's going to ask once she comes here. Once she comes here. Well, may as well let her divulge into this and just find out exactly what's happening at the Weeping Lily Meadow.
It wasn't really the earring that I wanted to give you. But I thought if you accepted it, maybe... No. I know that you'll figure out what the other earring is.
The seal!
What? She has regained her memories?
Yes, but
Just as planned, eh?
yes. The security is operating normally.
I see.
The seal will not break.
Body, mind, soul, all are seared away. If to serve this purpose I shall be despised, my body scorched and blackened, so be it. If to serve this purpose I must command forbidden magics, so be it. Though my body may be tainted, though my soul may be tainted, I imbue thee with thought. I swear as the gods swear, and breathe life into the void.
beseech you, for me,
Hrist,
do not
prepare
die!
yourself.
Okay, I gotta stop for a second because, man, that was a lot to take in. But man, is this freaking cool! Arngrim, Mystina, Lazard, and Brahms all trying to attack and take down Hrist, that's the eldest sister, who was forced to be in her place because Lenneth, she was starting to regain her memories back from when she was Platina, and she was gaining more and more memories, and she then realized that Lucian was going to die in Asgard, and then all of a sudden Freya and Odin, they just suddenly found out that was going on. They just put Hrist in the middle of this, and then the earring she was gonna throw her and toss it away, but Lenneth, she's still not asleep, and she's still awake, and I just love it. I am sorry, but I'm gushing this so much because this is the ending I've been dying to see. This was the ending I was killing for. I wanted to see this ending, but growing up, I just could never ever get this ending, and it's just so freaking great to have this ending be happening and seeing this happen, having this. It's just so great. Okay, so calming myself down for a second here. So, what we know of this now is that Hrist is the eldest sister, and Lenneth herself was placed in a false destiny by Odin, Freya, and the gods themselves. So, when Lenneth decided that she wasn't able to follow that and was trying to regain her memory and trying to remember all this and get it back and such, and with Lucian, her connections to the Lucian and all the humans and such, all this happening all at once, man. So after that, Lenneth was put to sleep, and Hrist was the one that is, Hrist is the one right now that is taking control. But Hrist and Brahms, they had met before, and Arngrim was apparently a part of this before as well. It's weird, but they apparently have met before. Arngrim and Brahms have met before. Arngrim fought for Hrist before to fight Brahms, and this whole Destiny thing is, oh man, I just want to know more about it because it's just I just want to know more about it. Okay, so coming back to Earth here. My mind just went off into space because it was just so amazed by this ending scene here that we're getting. This ending is okay. Stepping back a bit. So, as the moment, Lenneth's soul was merged with the the homunculus, which is half human, half elf. So, right now, it's unclear as to what's going to happen to Lenneth. But one thing's for sure, they need to get Lenneth's soul back into the original body, which Hrist is the one that is taking care of that now. So, it's up to us to go ahead and get that body back. So, let's handle this properly. Hrist, come on, show us what you got. You know what?
Feel the power of darkness.
Yes! Do it!
Bloody curse.
To be able to do that with Brahms! So good! It's so freaking good!
This is impossible! You creatures are but slaves of the gods!
They're not slaves now, lady. They are gods themselves. Believe that!